SHDB, the transaction for recording. SHDB. Yeah, SHDB. SM35 is the session overview. So LSMW stands for Legacy System Migration Workbench. SE18 for body. SE19 Yeah, fine. So there were some important transactions like the list, whatever I have given here. So these are some of the important transactions for you. So don't worry by seeing the transactions, but on regular basis, we will go to each and every transaction and we will learn what actually everything was doing. So don't worry by seeing the list of the transactions. But try to just go through the transactions once. So whenever we are going to say for one transaction, you can just have an idea. Okay, for this purpose we are going to this transaction. Fine. So now today I will take you into the transaction SE38. Okay.
Okay, sir.
So I'll take you into the SE38 transaction. So this is ABAP editor where you can create the program. If I want to come back from here, how can I come back?
Using the back button.
Using the back button. Good. And there is another transaction SE11. SE11 stands for what?
Data dictionary.
Data dictionary. Okay, so I'll go SE11. So here it's saying ABAP dictionary initial screen. Okay, fine. So this is called a data dictionary where you can create tables and all. Now, if I want to come back, I'll again click on back. Now I have a question. I will go for SE38. I'll tap here SE11. I'll press enter. So will I go to SE11 screen? I'm pressing enter, but it's not taking it to SE11. If you want to go to the SE11, come back, then type here SE11. Then you can go. Okay. So if you want to go to any transaction, just come to SAP initial screen. From the initial screen only you can go. From middle of the something you cannot jump to another transaction. Then, so you understand the concept, right? So from the middle of other transaction you cannot go to the another transaction. Now, say for example I am in a transaction S11. Now I am in S11. Yeah. So if you want to come back, what I am doing? Clicking on a back button. There is a transaction called /n. If I give a /n and press enter, I am coming back. So whatever the back button serves, the same thing could be served by the transaction /n. Now I'll go to SE38 transaction. I will give here /n SE11. Now tell me what will happen.
It will go to the S11 page, yeah.
Yeah, S11. /n means it will go back to the initial screen and after that it will go to the S11. So if I press enter, it's going to S11. So that means if you are already in one transaction, if you want to go to another transaction, give /n and go. If you simply give the transaction alone, it will not take you. Similarly, there is another transaction called /o. /o is a transaction to create a session. Session in the sense, if you just scroll down and see, there is a one window. As of now, we have one window for SAP. Okay, if I press /o, it is asking me, shall I create another window? Session means a window, another window. Okay, shall I create another window, or shall I end up the existing window? That is what it's asking. So I will say generate. Generate means I am saying create another window. So now if you see the if you just scroll on and see, there is another window, new window got opened now.
Yes.
Okay. So this is the use of /o. /o will generate a new window, and /o is also used to end up the existing window. Say for example, I have 3 windows. I want to cut down my second window. Give /o, press enter. It will show you the 3 windows. You select the second window, put the cursor on second window, and click on end session. If you click on end session, a second window will be cut off automatically. So in SAP we will call it as a session. We don't call it as a window. We will call it as a session. So session is equivalent to your window. Now then the next step is Now I'm in SAP initial screen. I'll give slash O SE38. If I give like this, a new window will be opened with SE38 transaction. If I give slash O plus some other transaction, a new window will be opened with the particular transaction.
Okay.
Yeah. Then the next thing is, there is, if you want to log off from the system, if you want to log off, you click on this exit button. It is asking you, user unsaved data will be lost, do you want to log off? Click on yes, you will come out. You will come out from the SAP. This is how generally you will log off from the SAP. Okay, fine. Now there is a transaction code to log off from the SAP. I'm log on again. I'm going to log in again. So now I have logged in again. Say for example, I have already opened some sessions. This button, the button which I am clicking, when I click this button, a new session will open every time. This is just like a slash O.
Okay.
So like, say for example, I have many screens. I want to log off. I will say slash NEX. Slash NEX is a command to log off from the system. Slash NEX is a transaction to log off. If I press enter now, all the sessions are logged off. That means all the sessions are closed and you are out of the SAP. What is the difference you observed? What is the difference you observed when you click on a exit button or log off button and when you click on slash NEX? What is the difference you observed? Slash NEX, when you are using a slash NEX, and previously we clicked on exit button and we logged off. So what difference you observed between these two logoffs? Okay, in any other major difference? So when you are clicking on exit button, there is a pop-up. The unsaved data will be lost. Do you want to save or do you want to log off? There is a pop-up, right? But when you are doing the slash NEX, there is no pop-up. Slash NEX is a dangerous. That means what I can say is something which will not give a guarantee. Say for example, you are in the middle of the program. By some you forgot that you are in the middle of the transaction. Just type slash NEX and then your data will be lost. It will not ask for any confirmation. Yes. Okay. So fine. Then. So now today we have seen some important transactions. Okay. So now we will also see some functional transactions.
Okay.
So before going to the functional transaction, we need to understand a business actually. What will happen in general business? Say for example, I want to buy a bike. Okay. So what generally you want to buy a bike? What you will do? You will go for a shop and you will try to purchase a bike, right? So what are the business steps they will follow? Any business, what are the steps they will follow? First step is if you are trying to purchase a bike, you are the customer, and the company which is going to sell the bike to you is a vendor, right?
Okay.
So now that the company will check whether the stock is available or not. Okay, so then if the stock is not available, then that company will go for a purchase requisition. So the first step is purchase requisition. This is the first step in any. So these are the standard business steps in any business. Okay. So first you are going to buy something. If you are the whatever you are trying to buy, if it is not available in the industry, or if it is not available in the shop people or organization people will raise a purchase requisition. So purchase requisition contains the details of what is the quantity required, how much quantity it is required. Once you raise the purchase requisition will go for a finance approval, and finance people said, okay, you can buy this. Then what will happen? The next step is request for quotations. So then once you got the request for quotations, the next step is the vendors will send the quotations. I will explain the scenario once I complete all the steps.